Coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas, Austin, broadcasting worldwide from the Infowars.com news studios, I'm Alex Jones. You got to say, #1 enemy of the New World Order after Donald Trump. We are honored to be here and very, very thankful. Thank you for joining us today. Where to begin? Judge deals death blow to anti-Trump faithless electors. Says that they must basically honor the popular vote. That's from Clifford Cunningham up on Infowars.com. 20 Trump delegates could flip, we're being told. The group is openly run by a think tank, control of the Democrats and the Clintons, and it's headed up by Nancy Pelosi's daughter. Can't make that up. Trump appoints immigration hawk Stephen Miller as senior policy advisor. 30-year-old former top Sessions aide advises Trump. Populist earthquake makes 2017 the great unknown. That's right, it's populism, nationalism, not racism. It's awakening to the corporate global government. So that's just some of the news in that stack. We've got the really big news. Proof foreign governments did interfere in the election to help Hillary Clinton. The communist Chinese and Saudi Arabia wrote news articles in their state-run media bragging they'd given hundreds of millions into the campaign. But because they control the Justice Department, no charges. But they're saying the Russians hacked it. Now they're saying that the UK UKIP was run by the Russians, and then so the vote should be ignored. And Italy trying to pull out of the EU, that should be ignored last week. On and on and on.
I don't think we have even begun to wake up to what Russia is doing when it comes to cyber warfare. Not only their interference now proven in the American presidential campaign, probably in our own referendum last year. We don't have the evidence for that yet, but I think it's highly probable. Certainly in the French presidential election, they will be involved, and there are already serious concerns in the German Secret Service that Russia is already interfering in the elections coming up. We've got to wake up to this. When are we going to wake up to this?
That's like a baby Keith Olbermann. That's from the British Parliament there in the UK, in London. Notice he said it's been proven. It's been proven, according to Ben Bradshaw, member of Parliament in the UK, that Russia hacked the US election. No, it hasn't. Turns out the other 16 intelligence agencies say, no, we don't concur with this. There's no evidence, no intent. It's not real. But the news media says all 17 agencies agree Russia did it. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia and China, as well as the EU, bragged that they were involved in our elections and used their state-run media that goes into the United States, like BBC here in the U.S., to lobby against Trump. 90+% of the coverage of Trump was negative. We all know that. But no. The Russians, with a GDP of Italy and a population of like 180 million people, it supposedly overpowered the whole world. People aren't mad at globalism. People aren't voting against the corporate takeover. People aren't voting against austerity. No, they love it. It was the Russians. Meanwhile, CNN, again, in a new statement, says national emergency. CNN urges press to blame Trump. Win on Russia. And I just mentioned it. Russia conspiracy theory spreads to UK Parliament. Now Putin blamed for Brexit. This man is all-powerful. Imagine if we could cut into the Kremlin and actually hear what Putin's saying over his different TV screens like a James Bond villain, talking to his minions. My evil extends across all time, all galaxies, all dimensions. Look into me one last time. This is Putin. Trump, do as I say. Nigel Farage, do as I say. Alex Jones, do as I say. Italian voters, do as I say. Icelanders, you are under my control. Brazil wants to pull out of the global union because of Putin. All across the world, people are angry at the IMF and World Bank, not for abusing them, not for austerity, not for robbing them, but because of the mighty, all-powerful, multivariate, multidimensional colossus Destructor Maximus Supremo Vladimir Putin. The day of doom is here. Hold on. Yes, master, what do I do? But I like the IMF and World Bank being tax exempt and them raising my taxes and saying that my children belong to the government. I like Obamacare doubling, tripling prices. I like the borders wide open. I like being told I'm a better cleaner. Putin, don't order me to fight the New World Order. I love it. It's because you're telling me to fight them that I'm fighting them. Wait. Oh, yes, must do as Putin says. Oh, thank you, master. We've reached the point where they have Democratic congressmen on Fox News at the same table with Tucker Carlson overlooking the White House going, oh, you work for the Russians then, huh? And see, Carlson starts laughing, but it's not a laughing matter, and I get laughing at it too. But they mean business, folks. They mean to tell the sheeple out there that we really are evil people. Before I go off the rails here, let me get back to the other news. Here's some good news, and I've always pointed this out. As you decriminalize drugs, drug use goes down. You do not make it legal, just like you don't sell Everclear 200 proof to people under 21. You have it controlled, you tax it, you regulate it, and you put up billboards talking about how losers do it. If you make drugs cool, it makes people want to use them. It makes there be huge profits in it, so then people see it as glamorous and avant-garde. And that was all done on purpose. That's been declassified. When the whole prohibition thing ended after 10 years in the early 30s, they had to have something new for the black market, for the mafia, and many police departments had been corrupted by it. And the banks were addicted to the drug money, to the alcohol money. So they made narcotics illegal that had been sold in drugstores everywhere. You could walk in, buy heroin, cocaine, you name it, whatever you wanted. And there was a minority of folks that used it, of every race, color, and creed, but it was a small minority. When they made it illegal, within decades, it was everywhere because you created an incentive to push it by making it illegal, by putting bigger profits into it. You make it a sad joke, drug use goes down. There are a bunch of European countries, it's well known, like Portugal and others, that have decriminalized drugs, the Netherlands. And it made drugs use go way, way down, generally about 50%. Here's the numbers. Drug use and drinking are down amongst U.S. teens massively in a new federal study. Down 22% on the drug front. Now, that's just in 1 year. Now, why is that important? Youth marijuana use down despite greater legalization. Because you're not making it cool anymore. That's why. It's called psychology. That's why they're so stupid in mainstream media trying to ban us. If you think we were kicking your butt before, you openly said we're liars, deceivers, we should be arrested, we should be sued. By you openly having the EU, Hillary Clinton, the Democratic Party, Comedy Central, NPR, the Washington Post, the New York Times say, shut us down. By you doing that, you've only turned us into rock stars. Taking it to the whole next level. But again, it's that hubris, it's that delusion in the globalist that they just can't seem to figure out the mistake they've made that other past corrupt systems have made as well. So we're going to talk about that some more. There are problems, though. Kids as young as 8 suspected in violent early morning robbery in Fort Greene, outside of New York. Some of the best soldiers are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old because they're fearless. Wonder who's behind it, though. So we're going to get into all of this. We've got really big news on the Trump effect. Lawmakers now fixing California's government-fueled water crisis. All Trump had to do was make a phone call. IBM to hire another 25,000 jobs they announced because of Trump. That's Daily Mail. But if you don't like Trump, you can move to Venezuela. That's basically has almost no electricity. People are now eating their dogs and cats. Whole thing's collapsing. Cities in Sweden told to prepare for war because of the Islamic invasion. And when we come back from break, ex-CIA chief says Trump risked blame for an attack if he skips briefings. They're really beating this drum when Trump is getting briefings from Booz Allen and from others, and Wall Street has consortium systems they can subscribe to for millions a year, which Trump does, that gives you intel above intel, where the intelligence agencies actually get their information out of the raw feeds from Google, Facebook, Twitter, the stock market, and foreign governments. The CIA, folks, now gets its intel from corporate sources, about 90% of it. So it just shows the total antiquated bull. The CIA is a political, discredited lie factory, well known. He said that 6 months ago. He goes, I don't want those briefings. What are they, they're going to lie to me. Because he's being advised by top generals that were there when Obama ordered them to aid Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And that's all coming out in the news today as well. We're going to go to break. Don't forget, it's only running till this Friday. Free shipping on everything at InfoWarsStore.com. If you order by Friday, guaranteed shipping anywhere in the 50 states, not just in the lower 48 or the continental. And that supports the broadcast. Discounts of up to 50% off on colloidal silver, 25% off on DNA Force, though I'm told it's already sold out. 30% off on a bunch of other items. InfoWarsStore.com. Thank you for your support. These are great items and a great way to not fight traffic and get your shopping done. Right through December 17th, the last day that we can guarantee you'll get your order before Christmas in the United States, we're offering store-wide free shipping. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse. 50% off colloidal silver, silver bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield, X2, Nascent Iodine, again, an amazing 30% off. BioTrue Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139.